Hi, I'm Ashley Deem, Associate Publisher and Editor of Fantini's Gaming Report, and I am here with fan favorite AGS CEO David Lopez. David, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me today.
So we'll jump right into it, into the question that the investment community keeps asking is, last year it seemed like the IPO was a plausibility. This year it seems like you're heading towards it. Can you give us a status update?
Cool. So obviously, like if Frank were here, I couldn't answer this at all. No, I still can't answer it. So S1 is filed. Obviously, Apollo, our ownership group, will make that call at the appropriate time, just depending on how the market is, how they see the company at the time. From my perspective, the company's doing great, trajectory is great, year-over-year growth is fantastic. I think it's just a matter of picking the right spot.
You have expanded. The company as a whole has expanded. You went from what was a Class 2 company primarily to having Class 3 table games and other products. Can you give us a little bit of information about the scope of the company as it stands now and where you're headed moving forward?
Yeah, so I think it's pretty similar to where we were last year. We're trying to be a more global company. We've expanded from a product perspective a little bit more in the table game division. We did introduce our shuffler, which will get rolled out here in the next, I guess it would be in the next quarter or so. The slot division has grown tremendously. Geographically, we're looking to expand into more Latin American countries. I think that we'll be in position to expand potentially into Asia and some other countries very soon. No timeline on that, but I can see that the way that our product is going, we essentially will be in a good position to do that. Between tables, the shuffler division, the slot division really becoming more broad, we have a great portfolio now, and I think maybe in the interactive space, we're focused a little bit more on B2B. We're continuing to do B2C, but our B2B business is growing. We're starting to talk to bigger customers now in that space. So the portfolio is just expanding.
And gaming is changing. There's segments around that didn't exist 5 years ago. Yep. Esports, virtual sports, daily fantasy sports. What's the position that AGS has? Do you plan on participating? Are there trends that you see as we move forward?
We'll watch closely. I mean, right now, we think that they're all interesting. We do a customer event called Game On annually, and we talk about these topics. We bring experts in on these topics during our Game On event, and we're interested. And we think that whether it's esports or whether it's sort of more competitive games and some of the things that we see at Level Up over at MGM, we think that they're going to happen. No telling how successful they're going to be. We'll watch them very closely. I think that some of these companies clearly won't make it. But as I was just telling someone in the booth, it's neither good nor bad to say that they won't make it. It's sort of like happens in the industry. And any failures that there might be with some of these new companies and new concepts really are very instructive for the rest of the industry and for other new companies that are going to come in to help us really become a more broad and healthy industry as a whole. So it's going to be interesting. It'll be a lot of fun. There'll be some different things that we see. But right now, we're sort of keeping a watchful eye. From our perspective, we often talk about millennials and the younger age groups, and you didn't use the M word, but I used it. Shame on me. But our focus is really with that space is on our table game division. We do believe that millennials are playing table games. We believe that they like interactive, fun experiences on table games. So that's why we're really pushing our progressives, our multi-tiered progressives, we call it stacks, and also our bonus spin product.
So then how does the Class 3 slots business for AGS progress?
So for us, it's fantastic because we were very small in Class 3. We were primarily Class 2. Our product is really dialed in for both markets. Each and every slot machine game that we do every title in both Class 2 and Class 3. I think it's not unique because unique would be that we're the only ones doing it, but there's a few companies that do it. I think we do it very well. I think that it comes off very well no matter where we put them, whether we install them in the Class 2 or Class 3. But tons of white space for us to get out there and expand. As we get more of our approvals by jurisdiction, and we've got many of them at this point, and as we continue to roll out our Orion cabinet, I can see that, you know, our momentum is fantastic. I think last year, Orion had about 3 installs, and now, including trials, we probably have over 1,000 installs of Orion. Those are big numbers for us as a small company. So our year-over-year growth is great. I think in Q2, if you looked at the Eilers-Fantini report, it would tell you that we're probably up about 260 basis points.
Great. You mentioned the M word, so now I have to address it.
Yeah, let's go
Last year it was skill-based games, that was the buzzword, and now we keep hearing the entertainment centers on casino floors, kind of the Dave & Buster's model, with entertainment games with some sort of gambling function. Can you tell us anything, any trends that you see if AGS, is that another area where you guys will monitor?
Yeah, we'll monitor it. I think that the CEO of Dave & Buster's is actually speaking here at G2E. I'll miss it because, you know, we'll be in the booth and doing some other things, but I'll definitely watch it on I'll watch it on TiVo, you know. But I will check it out. I want to see how that'll go. It's interesting. I think that them coming into the fold might be a little bit of a game changer. Again, very watchful eye for us. This is not our expertise. This is not something that we do today. So we don't want to play like cocktail party like Dave & Buster experts at this point, but we should keep a watchful eye on it and figure out where this trend goes.
So everybody's going to be on the floor today and tomorrow and Thursday.
Yeah, and Thursday.
What do we need to see at AGS's booth?
I think, you know, being that Orion was out last year, Orion had a fantastic launch. We felt like it was going to be a great product, and it's really turned out to be just that, right? So it sort of has a sister product now. It's our Orion slant top, gorgeous cabinet. I think it's a great thing to see on the slot side. From a table game perspective, I think that the Stacks progressive system is fantastic. I think it's great. There's some great games to play there. We acquired a company called, we acquired some games from InBet. This is the second deal we've done with them. So we acquired about 5 games, and there's about 500 installs with that. Super 4 being the most successful one. That's another sort of stacked progressive. That's a great game to go check out. And while you're there, check out Bonus Spin, because I think that although it was launched at G2E last year, we're really seeing it launch into the environment right now. It's at some of the MGM properties. I think you can, you know, check it out at Mirage if you want to play it. I'm told I'm not allowed. But that said, it's a fun product. So getting into those progressives on the table side, the Bonus Spin, and the slant top on the slot side would be great.
Perfect. Well, we look forward to it.
Cool.
And I guess we'll end with the most important question is which is, where are you watching the Yankees tonight?
I don't know, but they better win.
Thank you again for joining us.
Thanks. Appreciate it.